What if I told you there's a simple, almost effortless way to completely transform your life? It doesn't involve drastic changes, huge sacrifices, or superhuman willpower. It's a secret that's hiding in plain sight, and it's called the power of 1% progress. Sounds too good to be true, right? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see how making tiny 1% improvements every day can lead to an extraordinary transformation you never thought possible. We often get trapped in the mindset that to achieve big goals, we need to make massive leaps. We think about losing 30 pounds, writing a whole book, or saving thousands of dollars. These goals are so huge, they can feel overwhelming, even paralyzing. So, we make a grand plan, go all in for a week, and then what happens? We burn out, get discouraged, and fall right back into our old habits, feeling like a failure. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? The real key to success isn't about giant leaps. It's about tiny, consistent steps. This is where the magic of 1% comes in. Improving just 1% each day doesn't sound like much. It's reading one more page of a book. It's doing just 2 more push-ups. It's saving just $1 extra. It's so small, it feels almost insignificant. But this is where the most powerful force in the universe comes into play. The compound effect. You've probably heard of compound interest in finance, where your interest earns interest, and your money grows exponentially over time. Well, the same principle applies to your personal growth. Small, consistent improvements don't just add up. They multiply. They build on each other, creating a snowball of momentum that eventually leads to a massive impact. Let's look at the math, because it's truly mind-blowing. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you won't be 365% better. Because of compounding, you'll actually be nearly 37 times better than when you started. Think about that. 37 times better. On the flip side, if you get 1% worse each day, you don't just end up a little behind. You decline to almost zero. The difference between a tiny daily improvement and a tiny daily decline is staggering. It's the difference between flying to the moon and crashing back to Earth. This is the compound effect in action, and it can either work for you or against you. The choice is yours, and it starts with that tiny 1% decision you make today. One of the biggest reasons this approach is so effective is because it's sustainable. When you try to make a massive change overnight, your brain's natural resistance kicks in. It loves comfort and familiarity. A huge, drastic change feels threatening and requires immense willpower to maintain. But a 1% change, it flies right under the radar. It's so small that your brain barely registers it as a challenge. It's easy to commit to. Instead of saying, I'm going to work out for an hour every day, which can feel daunting, you say, I'm going to do a 5-minute walk today. Anyone can do that, right? You do it today, and you do it again tomorrow. Soon, that 5-minute walk might naturally become 10 minutes. 10 Keens say you're building the habit without the internal struggle. Starting small prevents that feeling of being overwhelmed and dramatically reduces the chance that you'll just give up. This leads us to the foundation of all long-term success. Habits. Your life today is essentially the sum of your habits. What you repeatedly do determines the person you become and the life you experience. The 1% approach is the ultimate habit-building machine. By focusing on tiny, manageable actions, you are slowly and steadily wiring new neural pathways in your brain. Each time you perform that small action, you cast a vote for the type of person you want to become. 1 extra push-up is a vote for being a fit person. Reading 1 page is a vote for being a learner. Meditating for 1 minute is a vote for being a calm person. These small votes don't seem like much on their own, but over time they build a powerful new identity. You stop trying to be disciplined and you simply become the person who does these things naturally. The habit becomes part of who you are. This is how you create positive changes that actually last a lifetime, not just for a few weeks in January. Another incredible benefit of the 1% method is its effect on your motivation. Big goals often have a long, delayed reward. If your goal is to save $10,000, you won't feel the reward until you hit that final number, which could be years away. It's easy to lose steam along the way. But with small, daily improvements, you get a win every single day. Finishing that 5-minute workout, writing that 1 paragraph, Or avoiding that one sugary snack gives you a small hit of dopamine, a sense of accomplishment. You feel good about yourself. This daily feedback loop of "I did it" is incredibly powerful. It builds your confidence and creates a positive momentum that makes you want to keep going. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who is making progress. This steady stream of small wins is the fuel that keeps your motivational fire burning bright, even on the days when you don't feel like it. And the best part, this philosophy can be applied to literally every single area of your life. It's a universal tool for growth. Think about your career. Instead of trying to get a massive promotion overnight, what if you focused on improving one small skill by 1% each day? Maybe it's learning one new function in Excel, sending one networking email, or spending 15 minutes learning about your industry. Over a year, this small effort will make you vastly more skilled and valuable. What about your health? Instead of a crash diet, try adding one more vegetable to your plate each day, or swap one soda for a glass of water. It's a tiny change, but compounded over time, it leads to significant health benefits without the pain and suffering of a restrictive diet. This applies to your finances, too. You don't need a lottery win. Start by saving just 1% more of your income. Set up an automatic transfer for a small amount you won't even miss. Over years, that small, consistent saving, combined with the power of compound interest, can grow into a substantial nest egg. Even your mindset can be improved by 1%. Each day, take 1 minute to write down something you're grateful for, or challenge one negative thought and replace it with a more positive one. This tiny daily practice can slowly rewire your brain from a default of negativity and anxiety to one of positivity and resilience. From your skills and knowledge to your relationships and personal growth, there is no area of life that cannot be profoundly improved by the slow, steady pressure of daily 1% improvements. So, how can you start today? It's simple. Pick one. Just one area of your life you want to improve. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick one thing. Maybe it's your health, your finances, or learning a new language. Now, identify one tiny 1% action you can take. An action so small it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. If you want to be a writer, your 1% action is to write 50 words. Not a chapter, just 50 words. If you want to be healthier, your 1% action is to drink one extra glass of water today. If you want to learn guitar, your 1% is to practice one chord for 5 minutes. The key is to make it so easy you can't say no. Then, track it. Put an X on a calendar. Use a habit tracking app. The visual proof of your consistency will become a powerful motivator in itself. Don't focus on the results right away. For the first month, just focus on showing up. Focus on the process. Celebrate the small win of just doing the thing, no matter how small. Your only goal is to build the habit of consistency. Once the habit is established, you can slowly, almost improve. Your 50 words might become 100. Your 5-minute walk might become 7 minutes. But always keep it manageable. Always prioritize consistency over intensity. Remember, the journey to an extraordinary life is not a sprint. It's a marathon made up of thousands of tiny, seemingly insignificant steps. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or a huge burst of motivation. It's not coming. True, lasting change comes from the small, unsexy, and often boring choices you make every single day. It comes from choosing to be just 1% better today than you were yesterday. So, what's your 1% going to be today? Thanks so much for watching. If this video helps you see the power of small changes, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living a better life. Let me know in the comments what your 1% improvement will be today. I'd love to hear it. See you in the next video.